As you know that I am teaching you history and development of computer, which is the unit 1 of your book. In my previous lecture, lecture number 2, I explained many things, and I also told you to read the book and try to learn whatever I taught you. As far as the history and development of computer is concerned, now we are on generations. I taught you generations, and this is the time that I will let you know about generation table. So in a single glance you can understand the difference among different generations. For example, if I am talking about first generation, it's very necessary for you to remember that the size of the computers belonging to first generation very huge, and the speed was very low, and the technology which was used in first generation was vacuum tube. Due to vacuum tubes, the computers generated a lot of heat, and that was a problem. And maintenance required expenses, and due to the huge size, you cannot move them. So all these things are to be kept in mind. And about second generation, what happened? That was the time for development, step by step. So the problems arise in first generation, they were a little bit removed in second generation, and tried to fix the problem whatever it was possible at that time. This is very necessary to remember that the technology which was used in second generation was transistors. This is the name of the technology. In second generation we use transistors, and the size was not very huge, but it was huge. The speed a little bit, the speed was improved, and as compared to first generation, the speed of second generation was a little bit fast, or we can say that faster than the first generation. In the same way, the capacity, it was improved as compared to first generation. same way, the time came of third generation. In third generation, we use ICS, integrated circuits. That was the real beginning of the computer, and the computers of third generation were very popular of that time, because the size was controlled. They were a little bit smaller than the second generation. Speed improved, capacity improved, maintenance, that was the point of maintenance in second generation and first generation. Maintenance was very rapidly, but in third generation it was controlled. So they saved the money which they were spending on maintenance. Now the time came for fourth generation. Fourth generation computer used microprocessor, and that was the time then everybody liked these computers due to the smaller size and the cost of the computer was reasonable. So have a look of the generation table and try to learn it in a single glance. You can understand the different generations from first generation to fourth generation. Look at the board now. Generation table. This is my lecture number 3. Have a look. Period. First generation. The period was from 1940 to 1956. Technology, vacuum tube, size very huge, speed low, storage, punch cards. In lecture 2, I told you about punch cards. Language, machine language, very difficult language. To write the program in machine language is not really easy, very hard. Now, period 1956-63, that is second generation. Second generation used the technology, transistors, size a little bit smaller than the first generation. So in first generation very huge, and second generation huge only. Speed faster than the first generation. Storage, magnetic tapes. Language, assembly language. Assembly language is written in the form of codes which are called mnemonics. Anyway, I will let you know about the mnemonics later on. And now, third generation, which I told you that it was the real beginning of the computers. Time 1964 to 1971. Technology, integrated circuits. Due to the integrated circuits, the speed was very fast and capacity was very high. Size small, speed faster, storage, disk, language, high level language. High level language starting in third generation. And now fourth generation. in which we are at the moment. Period starting from 1971 to present, we are still in fourth generation. But this is also the time of fifth generation, because the both generations, fourth generation and fifth generation, are side by side. Technology, look at the word microprocessor. This is the technology of fourth generation. Size, smaller. Remember IBM PC, the computer which you have at your home, belonging to fourth generation. Speed, very fast. Storage, hard disk, floppy disk, USB, CD. I did not write over here floppy disk. The reason is that, of course, floppy disk is a storage media, but it's not in use anymore. The reason is that floppy disk has very low capacity. Think about that, 1.44 MB. This is the capacity of floppy, size 3.5 inch. Of course, it was very popular many years ago, but since USB came with its high storage capacity, that's why nobody is using floppy disk now. Languages, 4GLS, 4 generation languages. I hope in a single glance you can learn about the generations, and most of the time this question is appearing on the annual examination of the Board of Secondary Education. They are asking to make generation table. The question may be like that: define all the generations of computer by means of making a generation table. So, students, it's very necessary for you to learn this generation table, which I made over here on the board. Now, question is that, what is fifth generation and what is the difference between fourth generation and fifth generation? See, what is fifth generation? Write shortly. Read page 12 and 13 of your computer book. Fourth generation or fifth generation, the both generations are side by side nowadays. The reason is that this is a time of development. Every day we have a development in computer technology. See, at this time when I am delivering my lecture to you, I don't know what are the new things, new software, new devices have been invented in the world. I don't know about that. Reason? Every day we are in the process of development. That's why fourth generation is fifth generation. The fourth generation is now fifth generation, because we have still a development in computer technology. What is fifth generation? As you know that microprocessors are being used in fourth generation, but in fifth generation we are using artificial intelligence. Read the paragraph now which I wrote on board. Fifth generation, present and future. What does that mean? It's a dream of future. Fifth generation is a dream of future. We are now in fifth generation by the use of artificial intelligence. What is artificial intelligence? Technology. It's the name of technology, artificial intelligence. This generation is still in development, but some applications such as voice recognition which are being used today. What is voice recognition? I will let you know about that, and I will give you a short note on voice recognition. The goal of fifth generation, what is that? Is to develop devices. That respond to natural language. Natural language input and capable of learning and self-organization. Dear student, the man is still in struggling. We are struggling. The scientists are struggling. The technologies are struggling to put that quality in computer which we have, we human beings. They are trying to make a computer which will work like human being. Let's see what will happen. Nobody knows about that. We are still in the process of development. So I hope you understand this all the things. And don't forget to write me any comments, whatever you have in your mind. If you don't understand, write me your comments. I will check and I will give you a good response for it. Students, in the last, one more time, I am asking you to have a look the board. Computer class 9, generation table, lecture number 3. Read all the things very carefully. You see, I am placing my camera over there. So everything is over here, very clear in front of you. I am talking about left hand side. Now have a look right hand side. Okay? Have a look right hand side. The goal of fifth generation starts from over here, ending self organization. Understand? Okay, students, thank you very much.